and welcome to the Dave Does channel, and of course I'm doing some more reactionary scoring reviews. So I already know I've had a few. We've only just started doing these scoring type reviews since I relaunched the channel, and some people have already got, oh, you can't score videos because you're taking all the emotion out. I don't know why I went slightly American there. You can't. But you can't. They say you can't score the videos because it takes all the emotion. Well, you can. You can score videos. You can score music. It's just to get the reactors to think about these content in context rather than going, "This is amazing. I feel goosebumps," or "This is rubbish. This is shit." So it's really just to make me think about it. So, and I'm also not going to just keep doing rock and metal because when you do so much rock and metal, it becomes a little bit generic, and it sort of doesn't. I like to feel a bit more outside and make myself think about music. So today's artist is Ariana Grande. The song is "Hate That I Made You Love Me." I've not listened to any Ariana Grande before. I know of her as an actress and a singer and a performer. I think I've only seen her when she did the was it Bang Bang. Is it song Bang Bang that she did with Jessie J and Nicki Minaj? I think was the artist that she did it with. I thought she was good in that. She's got a great voice. Reason I picked her today was one, it came up in my recommendations for some reason, and also the fact that me and the wife watched this second Wicked movie yesterday. So it just kind of made me think about obviously checking out her music. So there you go. Scoring is all going to be around riffage stroke melody. So obviously in this case, as it's a pop song, I'm assuming it's pop. I don't think she's going to be doing any death metal growls. I'm going to go with melody, vocal performance, originality, accessibility, and musicianship. And before you start kicking off about originality, shouldn't be in there. As an average, the average score for originality across most artists is going to be somewhere in the between 40 and 50, unless it's a blatant rip-off of something else, and with no originality then it'll score less. But I like to put it in there to really think about who are the genre definers, and usually if you've got a high originality, you're probably going to have low accessibility generally, because it's not kind of commonplace. So it tends to even out the scores as a whole, and we tend to find artists will sit somewhere, if you're between 60 and 70 as your average score overall, you're doing pretty well. Lower than 60, you've got some question markable things in my opinion, and over 70 you're really kind of smashing out the park. So yeah, let's get to the video. Pausing, not pausing, it really depends. I'm not really a pause video guy. I like to just watch it all the way through, but I don't say that I don't, definitely don't. Okay, so let's go. Ariana Grande, Hate That I Made You Love Me. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, so you can tell they've obviously got a budget in this particular. Well, Ariana Grande is of course going to have a budget because she's got a name brand actor in it. What's my favourite film? I've seen him in someone. He was. This is where I can't remember all the names of the different films I've seen him in. Jeepers Creepers was probably one of his better performances. That was, yeah, that's probably the one that stands out for me. But let's keep going.
Yeah, I hate that I made you love me. Sorry if I made me type. Yeah, I hate that I made you love me. 'Cause I barely tried. Yeah, what's happening now? You studied my crown and borrowed my body. Warm, kissed by the sun and cold like the wind. I'd be stuck in honey. Know that I will find my way from you. I guess it's kinda cute how you like me where you are, but I can see right through it. Ooh, just don't eclipse the moon, 'cause it's all bad news. Yeah, I hate that I made you love me. Sorry if I made me a type. Yeah, I hate that I made you love me. 'Cause I barely tried. Yeah, I thought you.
Okay, so just before I get to the end, I think initially it's a really good video. Really love the storytelling element, and I kind of expect that from A-list stars like Ariana Grande. They're going to put the effort in. This feels very Taylor Swift in sort of stylization and vibe. And if you had not told me this Ariana Grande and she wasn't appearing in it and it was just purely picture, I could have thought this was a Taylor Swift song. In all honesty, um, it's kind of probably one of the problems with the kind of a lot of the pop music genre as a whole, popular music, is it kind of sits very comfortable. That the beat pattern and chord progressions, etc., is just really quite generic for pop. Um, and I'm not saying that rock and metal is any better. In all honesty, rock and metal, there's a lot of generic stuff. Being original and coming out with something outside the box is really tough. Um, so what you're relying there is on the context of the lyrics and what the storytelling element is to make it connect that connection with the audience. So it's a good story and good lyrics as well. So I like that. So there's that element that the music almost becomes just a background backing track, and you're not really thinking about it so much. You just can just vibe with it and just take the lyrics and kind of relate it to your own life if you like. But yeah, video really enjoyable.
The projections when you felt so insecure. Tell me why is it this way? Why you so hate to see women endure? Is it really my fault you all gave me a heart of your own accord? I don't really think so. I hate that I made you love me. Sorry if I made me a type. Yeah, I hate that I made you love me. 'Cause I barely tried. Yeah, I hate that I made you love me. Sorry if I made me a type. Yeah, I hate that I made you love me. 'Cause I barely tried. Yeah,
Okay, there we go. Ariana Grande and Hate That I Made You Love Me. Interesting that they end. I like the thing going back into the ground, trying to dig her back up in this room that she trapped her in, which seemed a bit of an odd one because is it a storage room? Was it a bunker of some sort? 'Cause it's a bit of a weird room underground. It's got electricity, it's got lighting in there. Did it have ventilation? Don't really know. So it looked like an old fallout bunker that he buried under there. But it was interesting. He went down there. She's not in there. So was she a ghost? Was she haunting him? The fact that she's out, was she there in real life? He kept seeing her everywhere else. How did that little bit of manipulation? I think I liked everything up until that last bit of going back into the bunker. Maybe if she just wasn't there at all and he just didn't find it. The fact that she's then outside and throwing the dirt back in rather than also closing the thing, because a few shovels, he'll be up that ladder and out pretty quickly. So almost like she needed to be standing above the hole and be able to close it straight away. But either way, in that context, if she was out of the bunker all the time, then none of the other stuff makes any sense, if you know what I mean. So it's just that little flick at the end kind of slightly throws the narrative, but it could be that that's his final torture by another ghost and actually she wasn't in there and that's the ghost tormenting. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. But yeah, really good video, really good fun, very dark but humorous in the same way, so, and really well shot, really nice cinematography. So let's talk about it. So melody wise, melody, let's score this 75 out of 100. It's very catchy, nice, simple, does exactly what you want it to do. It nicely flows, doesn't have any major peaks and troughs, but it does build where it needs to, so I think that works really well. Vocals, I'm going to give it 80. Now you may go say, well, her vocals are much better than an 80. Yes, they are, but she doesn't actually, to me, this feels very comfortable for her. She didn't really need to push her vocals any harder than they needed to. She could have done this sitting down with a cup of tea in her hand. That's how comfortable these vocals are. They're really good vocals, but they're not really pushing any boundaries as far as being outside that comfort zone, and they perfectly suit the song. So it didn't need it, so that's why it scores at 80, because they're perfectly suited for the song, but they're not going to blow me away that extra 20%. As far as that originality, I'm going to give this as a 30 because there is none really for me. As I said, this could be any pop song in the last 10 years. Pretty much, well, not any pop song, but this wouldn't sound out of place of anything that's been released. As I said, if I hadn't heard this before and didn't know it was Ariana Grande, I would have thought this was Taylor Swift, in all honesty, off of the last album, because this was already giving me the vibes of some of the Taylor Swift songs that I reacted to. Accessibility, very accessible track, 80 out of 100. There is going to be that 20% where you'll find it a little bit too boring, maybe, because it doesn't have that uplifting element of really taking the song somewhere else. So it's a cool little vibe. It takes you on a nice little journey, and it's just kind of a head bop along. But it hasn't got it hasn't got any real high energy points in there to kind of elevate the song out any further. So it has got some good accessibility, but there are going to be people that are going to be a little bit bored maybe by it. And musicianship, I'm giving this 60 out of 100 because it's not really pushing any major boundaries. The chord progressions and the little fills and the drum pattern are fairly sample pack stems that you can kind of just drag and drop, so, and then it's just the vocal melody that's been planned out there. So musicianship wise, it all makes sense within the song, but there's not been really any kind of real challenging conversations. If this took more than half a day to put this song together, I would be really surprised. And then it was kind of, I would Ariana Grande have written this? I don't think she will. I think this was something that someone gave her this song. And that's fairly commonplace for people to kind of take on songs for each other or write a song for someone else. And it perfectly suits her voice. It's a good track, but I would say, yeah, it's not really pushing a lot of boundaries in musicianship. And I'm not, for some reason, I mean, it's not a diss on pop. Pop does that for exactly that right reason. Easily accessible, and that's why it scores higher accessibility. Great vocals on it, but it's not going to push the boundaries. So that gives it an overall score of 65. So it sits right in the middle of the good zone, 60 to 70. For Ariana Grande, Hate That I Made You Love You. Great voice, nice performance overall. So yeah, good song from her. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please do like, share and subscribe. I'll see you on the video sometime very soon. Take care.